Hey there, this is K4A. In this video today, we are going to talk about how you can lose your access to your digital goods or digital library, and how that is not in your control, not something you can be aware of in terms of reacting and acting when that happens or before that happens, if you depend on that solution only. I have talked about that in lots of previous videos, and I will in next videos probably, because I think this issue, this problem is very important, and it's not only related to game development and not only to software as service in terms of IT computers, but it becomes visible in other industries, in other real world industries and real world objects, items and so on, where more and more companies try to sell you some product, some item you buy and pay for in a full total price. They want to sell it as a service, as something you don't own, even though you pay the full price. That is something which I try to avoid, and that way protect myself, but also talk about it, to share the knowledge about it and for other people to understand. And that's why, for example, I try to emphasize that from time to time about Epic Games Store, when they gave their games, Steam and other like here PS5 digital games online and so on. You do not own the product in terms of physical copy, something you can put your hands on or use it whenever you want in future, but it's always online, it's always somewhere else, it's always someone else who has the key, who has the access, and who can delete it, like this guy here on Reddit says. PS5 owners lose access to hundreds of games as digital purchases wiped from their accounts. That's some kind of situation which happened 5 days or so ago. Again, I don't know if this is true 100% in terms of real life did it happen, because these guys Reddit post was locked, sorry, because he didn't provide some link or stuff like that. There is some kind of rule here removed by rule 6.1, so check that out what that is. But the more important issue here is that these guys, their comments are really informative in some ways in terms of how they buy their games for first, then how they store it, if they can, if they have option for that, and then later how they use it, if they use it or at all, and so on. So can you protect from this? Again, when you depend on some kind of service like Epic Games Store, Steam, or whatever, most of the companies today, similar companies, they have the same practice where you just use the software you have paid for online. So I think that this is important to talk about, and understand that you always are dependent on them. And this article here, it had even one more example where they mention how PlayStation some time ago removed discovery video content from their libraries, even though people paid for it. You will see these problems more and more in future. And again, I don't say this is by purpose all the time in terms of Epic is bad, Epic is evil, Steam is evil, Sony, PlayStation and so on. they all just want to wipe your data and so on. But that will happen from time to time because the software they are using, the hardware they are using will fail. Sometimes the company itself will say, okay, this is not productive, we have to shut down some multiplayer, we have to delete all the save files and so on, and they don't even have to give you warning or stuff like that. Or if it's some kind of software for graphic arts or development, they can just say, okay, now we have new feature, it will cost more and you have to pay more, we are going to discontinue the last version, the earlier version, and now you have to go to higher to pay more. And that's more and more visible in companies, as I just said, which are not distributing games only, but selling some kind of service like Adobe with graphic art software, or Unity, or some other big companies which try to force you in their workflow. That's it for this video. Next video I hope will be about game maker tutorials, so see you then. Thanks for watching.